Hi, I'm Jamie Heywood. So I'm the CEO of Zolar. And since our launch in 2017, Zolar has raised 140 million euros in equity and over 100 million euros in consumer financing. Our 700 installation partners, each of whom employ between 50 to 5 installers, have installed PV systems in over 10,000 homes across Germany. And in doing so, we've prevented 42,000 tons of CO2. So far this morning, you've heard a lot about what the solar transition will look like. It's neat and it's tidy, and it usually involves pictures of sleek houses and smart EVs, and a happy family staring optimistically into a brighter future. However, this is what the solar transition looks more like. Here you can see solar panels are becoming so cheap and so plentiful that people are using them as garden fences. And yet, even as they do so, they're not putting them on their roofs, which is where they should be. And that's because of the high cost of installation. Today, the global production of solar panels is 3 times the current demand for solar panels. And what that means is that prices are going to come down further, and there'll be more solar panels as garden fences unless we can address the problem. So the imbalance between cheap solar panels and the high cost of installation is only going to get greater. Installers are the biggest bottleneck to the growth of residential solar. In the 2022 Repower Plan, the EU stated an ambition to double energy generated from solar in the EU between 2020 to 2030. To achieve this goal, they have to add 500,000 new solar installers. So that takes the number of solar installers in Europe from 650,000 in 2022 to over 1.2 million in 2027. But the difficulty is that the solar installation market is highly fragmented. In Germany, and it would be the same across all of Europe, 95% of solar installers work in companies with less than 50 people. And what this means is that the recruitment and training of the more than 500,000 new solar installers that are needed to hit our climate change targets is not going to happen top-down through the Herculean efforts of large companies. It's going to happen bottom-up through the actions and efforts of small local installers across the country. Germany is Europe's largest residential solar market, which is why so many of the companies you've seen today are all from Germany, and why I, a Brit, have moved to Germany to try and join the game. But even if you add together the market share of us, NPAL, and Einkommen 5, that's still less than 15% of all of the solar sales in Germany. And even as solar penetration increases, the dominance of small local installers doesn't seem to reduce. In Netherlands and Belgium, which have penetration rates that are 2 to 3 times that of Germany, we still see that small installers remain the vast majority of both sales and installation. But the problem with a fragmented installer base is that small installers are unable to benefit from the efficiencies that technology can bring, or from the economies of scale that come with procuring at bulk. And that's why these installers like to work with us. What distinguishes Zolar is that installation partners, about whom you've heard very little this morning, are just as much our customers as our homeowners. So we operate a two-sided marketplace, which means that unlike our competitors, 90% of all of our installations are done by independent local installers. And like any marketplace business, we will only be successful if we can deliver for both of our customers. Our installation partners want regular, profitable, high-margin projects, and our homeowners want affordable, fast, high-quality solar systems that allow them to save money. And our ability to generate the regular, profitable, easy-to-install projects allows us to be chosen by the best installation partners, which allows us to deliver the best quality installations to consumers, which leads to referrals, which generates more projects. And this spins the flywheel. And as the flywheel starts to spin, we can get better procurement savings by buying more directly from battery manufacturers, panel manufacturers, and inverter manufacturers, which we can then, and we also get better savings through our cost structure. And that allows us to reinvest both in generating more profits for installers and for generating cheaper systems for consumers. So the key thing is that it all starts with installers. And critical to accelerating the Zolar growth flywheel is to help our installer partners make more money. And we do this in a number of ways. We do it through procurement, where we purchase batteries and panels and inverters directly from suppliers. And buying at scale allows us to buy cheaper, and it also allows us to take away the working capital requirements from installers. We do this through logistics and warehousing. We store all of the equipment in our warehouses and ship it to the home just in time for the installation. We do it through high-tech and high-quality planning. So we produce a detailed plan tailored to the customer's needs from photos taken by the customer. That means that the installer doesn't have to waste half a day doing an on-site visit before the installation. And we do this by automating many of the tedious processes, such as grid connection, that installers hate. And overall, what this means is that a project from us takes half the time to install as a project that they would be able to source themselves. And that frees installers up to do more of what they do best, install solar panels, do good quality work, and make more money. But critical to our installation partners is also the ability to provide them with a regular stream of work. And to achieve this, we also work hard to ensure that homeowners can save money on their energy bills by making the move to solar. And we do this through a consultative sales process where we work with every customer to ensure that the system that gets installed saves them money over the long term. We work with EV and heat pump manufacturers to ensure that when a customer buys a new EV or a heat pump, which significantly increases their energy use, we're ready to offer them a way to offset this cost increase by moving to solar. Solar systems are expensive, so we also have our own fully integrated financing solution that allows customers to flexibly decide how they want to buy and finance their system. And then once the system's installed, we provide them with Compass, which is our energy management app that ensures that they can maximize the energy savings even as the weather changes and as their daily consumption changes. And so to ensure the Zolar flywheel works for both homeowners and also for installation partners, and to ensure that for us, our revenue is able to scale faster than our costs as we grow, we've also digitized both journeys. So homeowners on the right have a dedicated app that helps them choose the right system. It allows them to configure the number of modules they want, the battery size, the wall box, etc. It connects them with other customers to get advice and peace of mind in the purchase. It guides them through the installation process, allowing them to set a convenient appointment and ensure that the equipment arrives on time. And it allows them to manage the system after it's installed. And installation partners also have their own dedicated app, which is there. This allows them to plan the projects that they have coming up, to plan their calendar and the routing as to how they and their installer teams drive between projects, to see how much they've earned from us and when they'll get paid, and also to connect with us if they have any technical questions during the installation. So today, we've barely started on our residential solar journey. Across Europe, less than 10% of eligible homes currently have solar on them. And the biggest bottleneck to putting solar on every home is installers. At Zolar, we're honored to be working with installers to try and grow the base of installers, to make them more efficient, and by making them more efficient, to allow them to earn more, which hopefully will attract more installers into the industry and help Europe get to the 1.2 million installers it needs to hit its target. Thank you very much.